This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The other thing that I saw with The Last Dance, and we had to kind of relive it yesterday, was Pippen. And Pippen sitting down when they called the play for Kukoc, which, by the way, he hit the shot. You know, that's the part that we have to keep looking at. And, you know, some people sometimes make excuses for Scottie Pippen. And Michael was right back in those days, because the story he called, you know, Phil and said, "What's up with this? He's never going to be able to live this down." And he's right. All of us that lived that era and watched that, we all lost respect for Scottie for certain. You can apologize all you want. You know how I've told you guys this many times over the years, that sorry doesn't cut everything, cover everything. Sorry covers when you're 5 minutes late. You know what I mean? Something stupid. But something like that, there's no coming back from that. Because that actually, you showed your true colors in that moment. That's the way I look at Pippen. I know he was great. I know he's one of the 50 greatest players of all time. I know that Michael Jordan molded him to be that player, because he would never have been that player if it was anybody else as his teammate. He would have never gotten to that point. And then the other part about all of this is that, what's it called? Damn it, now I'm forgetting the European kid that hit the shot.
Tony Kukoc.
Kukoc was better suited for that play anyways.
Way better shooter than Pippen.
Pippen was a spot-up type shooter. He's not the guy that comes flying around a pick and pick and pops and shoots. That wasn't really ever Pippen's shot. Has he made a few of those in his lifetime? Yeah, probably. But his thing is more ball rotation, and there he is standing behind the line, set and shooting. Whereas Kukoc was actually better suited, dribble, off the dribble, get the shot, pick and roll, shoot, whatever. He was built for that. That was his game, actually. And what Phil Jackson he wasn't choosing sides. He was doing what a great coach does. He set up the play for his best option as a coach. And in this role and in this kind of play, I'm going to use Tony Kukoc. The sad part is that Scottie Pippen blindly allowed his rage to overcome his basketball IQ. And he wasn't man enough to look in the mirror. And in seconds in that huddle, when he's drawing it up and drawing it for Tony, he's supposed to register in his mind saying, "That's a great play call by the coach, and I'm going to do my best to help set everything up to make sure Tony hits that shot, because he's better suited than I am for that moment." There's nothing wrong with that. If you watched basketball at that time and you watched those players for that kind of play, that one moment, I'm not telling you Kukoc was a better player than Pippen, because it's not even close. They're not even in the same universe. Okay, Scottie Pippen was one hell of a player. But that moment is still a stain forever in his career, because you punked out in a moment when the greatest player in the game made the pass to Paxson for the game winner. And if Michael Jordan doesn't have a problem with John Paxson taking a final shot, why would you have a problem with Tony Kukoc? Also shows me how insecure you are. Okay? Because it's not Dwayne Wade taking the shot, it's Ray Allen. Why? Because Ray Allen's better suited than LeBron, than Bosh, and then Wade to take that shot against San Antonio. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to set up Craig Hodges. You're supposed to set up John Paxson. You're supposed to set up a Tony Kukoc. Set up the person that is better suited for that moment because that's what they excel at. And Scottie Pippen did not excel in those kind of moments. But he just wanted it because he was the guy. Well, the guy doesn't always take the shot because Robert Horry was nobody's guy. But everybody wanted Big Shot Bob to take a shot. But he was never the number one guy. Never. Not on the Lakers, not on the Rockets, not on the Spurs. But man, when there was a key shot to be made, they had no problem passing it to Robert Horry. And if David Robinson didn't have a problem, or Tim Duncan, or Hakeem Olajuwon, or Shaq or Kobe, then why would you, Scotty? Because the coach is looking at the team saying, this guy's the best one suited for this moment. He's not saying he's the best player on the team. He's not saying, oh, it's a last-second shot. I have to give it to my best player. Well, your best player may not be best suited for that moment. That's all. So no matter how you slice it, Scottie Pippen was wrong. That was a cowardly act on his part. You failed your team, and there are no excuses. There are no apologies to be accepted. You can say whatever you want, Scotty, but this is what comes with it. Okay? Because that's what I'm telling Scotty. After all that, I'm going to say, yo, bro, you can apologize all you want. That was a bitch move on your part.
Is there an element of being a bad teammate because
Terrible
you're
teammate.
so me?
Terrible teammate.
Right?
Terrible teammate. Okay? Plenty of other guys have taken the shot. Doesn't always have to be your number one guy. Okay? Because if you go back and look at that Ravens Super Bowl, Brandon Stokely, I believe, was the MVP, of the offense or whatever. Like, he was like the star that day. He had the big plays in that game. Deion Branch in one Super Bowl, Tom Brady made him look like a god, and he got a whole bunch of money in Seattle and was a bust. The sports are littered with the other guy making the big play to end the game, to end the series, to do all of that. And Scottie Pippen lost sight of that. And he should be criticized till the end of time for all of that. There are no apologies, Scotty.